sales from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on 2nd down. Murray, throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They run it with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up. To the 24. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Ready. Blue 80. Green, triple C. Boys up. Boys up.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Coleman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Finding
room at the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking.
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Starts with a handoff to Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Buccaneers have it.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
Now Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And a fast footwork by White. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Buying time to his left. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray, left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go now.
Here's Murray. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray, and that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Murray. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's this one left side to Pettis. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Shrugs him off. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. final shot before break. Murray. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. A little 360. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Coleman, what a spin. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Steps away to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st and 10, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They will run again with Coleman. Oh, the spin. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Looking to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Off play action. Murray. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. To throw again. Murray. And his his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it'll bring up third down. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Finding room inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And he knocks it through. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
On 1st down, Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, here we go. Green, 39! Green, 39!
From the gun, Murray. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and break the clock.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Murray. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bucs on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Spins past him. Oh, another great move. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Oh, bowls right over him. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This is Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Coleman now. And he'll be taken down at the 34. John Simon in on the stop. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Detroit! And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So a big play coming now for the Bucs as they'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the
Okay.